We're going to start seated with Baddha Konasana or bound angle, feet together, knees open wide. Hands can be either at your shins. Another thing you can do, and if you have this strap, you'll just make a loop with it, a really big loop. Or if you're using something else creative, you can just tie it, place it around your waist so that the strap hits right above the hip, or right below rather, the hip points, over the top of the legs, and then under the feet. And that can just kind of hold you a little bit more together. So if you want something a little bit more supportive, also you could place pillows underneath you. Whatever you need or would like to set yourself up in this pose. Sit up nice and tall, draw your shoulders together and down your back. Let your eyes come to close if that is comfortable for you. Starting to transition into an Ujjayi breath. Turn back on the music. So starting to let the breath come in and out through your nose. Letting your lips seal. Trying to lift your spine as though you could grow roots down into the ground with both hip points and let your head reach the clouds. Relax your shoulders down and back. And let your breath be slow and steady. And oftentimes I find that if I tell or have or list an apex pose, which I do on the YouTube channel, I'll say what the apex pose is going to be. You sometimes find that over the 60 minutes or, maybe 40, 45-ish, leading up to that pose, that's all that's on your mind, right? It's the anticipation, sometimes fear of that posture. And potentially, there might be something in your life that you know is coming up that you are fearing or that you are dreading. And maybe, it's just taking over your thoughts and you're not actually doing anything to prepare for it. You're not diving in. Instead, it becomes all consuming and just a worry. And so as we move through the class tonight, I want you to think about all of the different ways that you're setting yourself up for success, that you're building into that posture. Not maybe fearing it, but instead allowing yourself to understand that you are training for it. And so in light of kind of exploring that in your body, I'll tell you that we're going to do Ekapada Galavasana, which is also known as flying squirrel pose. So kind of think, or flying pigeon pose rather. So think about pigeon on your belly, right, with the one leg across, and then elevating that up. Now, maybe that started to bring in a little bit of fear or anxiety or some assumptions about yourself and your ability to get into that posture. I want you to take all of that fear and all of that anxiety, that anticipation that might have built up, set that to the side and instead think about the next 40 plus minutes as a training, as your body physically and mentally breathing and training into all of the positions that you need to set yourself up for success. For example, here in bound angle pose, starting to open up our hips. And so, with your hands across the front of your ankles, start to draw your chest a little bit more forward. Keep your spine long. Now, keeping your spine long and not curling in is going to be one of those keys to success when we start to flip this into our key posture, our flying pigeon pose. As your hips have started to open up, start to now draw your chest forward, deepening the opening into the hips, and let it be gentle. And so as you draw your chest a little bit closer to the insoles of your feet, maybe you use your elbows to bring your knees a little bit farther out to the side. And so I bring up this idea for a theme today because there is definitely something that in my life I found out I have to prepare for right before I left for this vacation. Like literally 6 p.m. the night before I had to fly out at 5:15 in the morning. As you can imagine, I got zero sleep on Wednesday night. Woke up at 3:30, no, 3 to leave for the airport at 3:30. And have been struggling personally with how to enjoy the present moment with my family, keep drawing your chest down, lengthening it forward, and also prepare for this event that's coming up on Monday. And so it's really been a struggle. How are you able to A, be in the present moment, but B, also prepare yourself for something that's in the future? It sounds contradictory, right? A lot of times we let worry take over. Keep breathing in and out through your nose, ujjayi, instead of actually doing steps and identifying steps that are going to set yourself up for success, but still allow you to be present. So planning. Slowly come up. And now we are going to lie on our back. If you did have the strap around your waist, then take that off, roll down. And if your knees are still open up wide, you can draw them together. Keeping your right knee bent, foot placed on the floor, draw your left knee in, give it a gentle squeeze. And then bring your foot up as though you could press onto the ceiling. Flex that foot. Bring your left hand to your left knee, right hand up. And with that foot flex, start to bring it down across your chest. You want shin to line up with your nipples or as close as you can to that, so that we're starting to move into this shape of pigeon, guiding our knee slowly down, but instead of on our stomach, on our back. Now from here, maybe you can walk that right foot out or take it all the way long. Keep your left hand on your left knee and keep guiding that up as you strongly start to guide your left foot down over the right side. Now, if you would like, you can do this with a strap, especially if that foot feels far away. Like if it's like way up there and you need to draw it down and your right hand does not reach, you can use the strap. Keeping a very flexed foot so that your knee is supported and that Left hand again on the left knee. Maybe close your eyes, take another deep breath in. Exhale, pull the left leg down even closer inside of the arch, coming as close as you can towards your right armpit. And then inhale, slowly release. Place the left foot down on the mat. Draw your right knee up and in. Interlace your hands. Draw your thigh in towards your ribs. And then bring that right foot up, flex it. Right hand on right outer knee. Start to bring the right foot across so that you can capture the outside of the right foot with the left hand. Again, flex that foot. Start to draw it down. So the inside of your calf, lower leg starts to come right across nipple line or as close as you can to that. And then start to ease out the left leg, maybe coming all the way towards straight. You want to keep that left leg long and not let it rotate out to the side. So try and keep toes up if you do get your leg totally straight. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can find a little bit of ease in this posture, enjoying the opening on the side of your hips, not worrying about what it's going to look or feel like when you start to flip this onto your belly and maybe take it up into the air, but know that you're taking the steps that you need to right now to move your body into the shape. Allowing yourself to savor this moment in this journey over the next 60 minutes. Inhale. Slow exhale through your nose. Draw your foot down even more. Cross your chest. And inhale. Release. Bring that right foot down. Bye, Gigi. And then bring both knees in. So both knees in and wide, so they're more on the outside of the ribs, and then flex both feet up. You're going to reach up with both hands, capture the outside of your feet, flex, moving into happy baby. Draw your shoulders down, away from your ears, and gently pull your feet down. Start to feel that opening onto the side of the hips. Now press your feet into your hands. Notice how that might start to give you a little bit more of a straight spine. Even feeling your hips pressing down into the mat, shoulders pressing down into the mat. Take an inhale. And exhale, pull down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, pull down. Release your hands from your feet, but keep your feet flexed. Bring your hands now to your knee crease and then roll up. And then try and stop. Find the balancing point at the top. So you're in Galavasana, boat pose. Yeah, so not using too much of a momentum so that you roll all the way forward. Hands behind your knees, pull your chest forward. Again, think about a straight spine. So it's really easy here to curl in. And what that's going to do is it's going to set you up for curling and not being able to find your balance. Lengthening in your spine is going to distribute the weight, especially the weight of your head, a little bit more evenly when we're starting to balance on our hands. All right, from here, maybe start to straighten your feet, point your toes, maybe lift your arms up, bring the core in a little bit more. Now we're going to do something a little bit different in our Navasana tonight. We're going to, again, form that shape of Baddha Konasana. So you can take this with hands behind the knees, or you can move into it from here. Start to open your knees out wide. Press your hands forward. So from the front, Navasana, and then bringing the soles of the feet together, arms forward. Try and keep balancing here. If you need to, you can place your hands on your ankles. So just like we did when the shape was on the floor. Flex your toes back, pull your chest forward. That's actually everybody do that. Bring your hands to your ankles and pull your chest through. So you're sitting more upright. I can find, even for me, seeing my more silhouette shape in the window, spine is a lot taller and longer. Okay. Keeping your feet pressing together. Now press your hands down and push forward. See if you can draw your knees back in towards your armpits without losing the straightness of your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Pull up and in. Open your knees out wide. Inhale. Exhale. Pull. Another time. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your feet down. And roll back onto your back. I'm going to take a bridge pose here. Feet directly behind your hips. And inhale. Slowly press up. Walk your shoulder blades to that space right in the middle of the spine. Either grab onto your mats or interlace your hands. Press your feet down. Feel the opening across hip flexors. Opening in your chest. Take an inhale. Draw your knees and your head in opposite directions. And then exhale slowly. See if you can maintain the lift of your hips. And inhale. Exhale. More time, breath in. And out. Slowly lower your spine down. Lift your knees up again. Hands behind your knees. And then again, we're going to roll up into Navasana. So trying to have a little bit more control, not using just momentum, to rock up, lift up, and hold. Hands behind your knees. Flex your feet. And start to open your feet wide. Move hands to your ankles. Pull your chest upright. Find that balancing spot on your hip. And then try and release the ankles. Press your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale. Press your hands forward. Lift your heels a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale. Press hands forward. Lift your heels a little bit higher. Open your knees out wide. Inhale. Exhale, bring feet down and come into a bound angle forward fold. So very similar to what we did at the very beginning, but this time moving your hands forward. Take a deep breath in and out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Place your knees up and then just swing them over to one side. Come forward onto hands and knees. Placing your hands down, stretch your right leg back, rock forward and back, lengthening out that leg. And then bring the right knee down, extend your left leg, roll forward and back. Again, notice if you're able to stay in just the posture that we're in right now without climbing forward into the future. Instead, feeling just that one little body part that you're opening. Noticing if you can stay present in your breath. All right, keeping the left knee lifted, lift the right leg up, coming into plank pose. Press your hands down into the mat. Rock your shoulders a little bit forward. Take a deep breath in and out. More time, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees to hover. Press your hips up and back, and then straighten your legs into downward facing dog. Grip your hands down and let your neck release so your gaze is back at your toes. Inhale. Feel the breath gather and spread your shoulder blades wide. Exhale, feel it grounding down the back of the legs, heels reaching a little bit closer to the mat. Relax your head again. Inhale. Hips crawling up a little bit higher. And exhale. Another exhale. Look forward. Slowly walk yourself to the front of your mat. Inhale, pull up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. Bring the back of the legs starting to open up. Maybe grab your ankles and open your feet a little bit wider and pull yourself a little bit deeper into your Uttanasana. If it's important to keep a straight back in your practice, then maybe don't let your shoulders round in, but find a gentle bend in your knees so you can keep a spinal extension. Again, inhale, pull your hands up your shins, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Keep your arms wide. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Round down to your feet. And exhale, bring your hands together to heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Step your left leg back into a nice long lunge. And then lower your left knee down. Press the foot down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, hold the position. Draw your right knee forward. Press the left toes down. Inhale. And then exhale, plant both hands down, but inside your right foot. So you can heel toe that right foot out a little bit over to the side. Runner's lunge, reach your chest forward. Inhale. And exhale. Start to walk your hands forward. Try and keep that shoulder and right knee close. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Walk your hands back. Tuck those left toes under. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Breath in plank. Exhale. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Press your feet down. Inhale. Rise up. Cobra. And exhale. Lower. Tuck your toes. Press up and back. Left leg lifts. Inhale. And exhale. Step your left foot forward by your left thumb. Reach your lunge long. And then lower your right knee down. Press the top of the right foot down. Inhale. Swim both arms up. And exhale. Sink forward in your lunge. Hold the right hip a little bit more forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to the inside of the left foot. Finding runner's lunge, draw your chest forward. Glue your left shoulder to your left knee as you pull your chest forward and through. Yeah, nice. And exhale. Start to walk both hands forward, keeping again the shoulder and the knee, drawing in. Inhale. Exhale. Time. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Hands are still inside the left foot. You're going to step forward into Malasana at the front of the mat and squat down. Bring your hands together to heart center, elbows to the inside of your knee. Inhale. Exhale. Again, work here to find a nice straight spine. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands. Press through your legs. Inhale, come up to standing. Toes forward, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands together to heart center. Rotate your arms around. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. This time, step your right foot back. Draw your lunge forward. Lower your right knee down and press those toes down. Inhale, pull your arms up. And exhale, come down into your lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring both hands down. Place them to the inside of the left foot. So this time, instead of moving into runner's lunge, we're going to move into nuclear pigeon. Pigeon 20 ways. All right, so the left knee, left shoulder, meet, hands down. Flex your toes up. So again, we have a strong, integrated muscle support all around our knee. And then start to tip to the outside edge, the knife edge of that left foot, letting the knee open out to the side. Keep pulling your chest forward. And you see my toes pulling up off of the mat. We want to keep that as much as possible. Inhale. And then exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest down, keeping your spine long and straight. Inhale, press up. And exhale down. Nuclear pigeon push-ups. Oh yeah. Inhale up. Exhale down. Elbows coming by side ribs. So it's a lot like chaturanga arms. Inhale. And exhale down. Inhale, push up. Plant the left foot back down. Tuck the right toes and step the left foot back plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, push the ground away as you lower yourself all the way to the mat. Hips down, press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, roll up, cobra pose. Pull your chest through. And then exhale, lower down. Tuck toes, press up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. And exhale, step the right foot forward. Lengthen your lunge, then lower the left knee down. Press the top of that foot down. Inhale, swim both arms up. Exhale, hold the position. Ease a little bit more into the lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, place both hands down to the inside of the right foot. Right toes flex. Then drop the right knee out to the side. So again, moving into that nuclear pigeon. Inhale. And then exhale, let your elbows bend. Can be just a small movement in towards side ribs. Inhale, easing out. And then exhale, letting yourself drop a little bit deeper in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Push your hands towards straight. Plant the right foot down. Hands stay to the inside. Tuck your back toes and step your left foot out wide. Toes out, heels in, come back down into Malasana. Hands together at heart center. All right. At this juncture is where we're going to start to introduce a little bit of that arm balance right away. So, moving into crow pose. You're going to plant your hands down. You can see mine are just a little bit wider than shoulder width. So this is shoulder width. I like mine just a little bit wider. Then rock forward so that your heels lift. Start to take your legs and clamp them around middle of the tricep. And so you should feel that meaty part of your tricep starting to kind of draw back. Lift your hips up, squeeze in more so that not only are you drawing in and creating some friction on your triceps, but maybe about half of that kneecap, that patella, is actually resting on your tricep. Keep pulling in. Now, this is where that spinal lengthening is going to come into play. So reach forward with your chin. Feel the weight move more into your fingertips. A lightening in your toes. Pull one, maybe both toes up. Press the insoles of your feet together. Take an inhale and exhale. If you're just doing one toe lift, switch sides. Inhale, exhale. Time, breathe in and out, come back down. Set your knees down. Setting up for dolphin pose. Plant your forearms down onto the mat. Grab opposite biceps. Walk your elbows in and then plant your forearms down. If you have a block and you'd like to use it, you can place that at the front of your mat, either using the L shape with pointer, finger, and thumb around that, or gripping it. Otherwise, palms down. Gaze back to your knees, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, start to shift back. Inhale, walk your toes in, lift your hips high. And then exhale, press into your forearms. Press more weight into the forearms, into the elbows. Breathe into the upper back, expand. Shake your head out a little bit. Notice if you're clenching in your neck. And exhale. Pull yourself back to just being in this dolphin pose. Breathe in and out. Notice where you can move into this shape a little bit of ease, and where there still might be a little bit of a struggle. Notice if maybe you keep shifting forward, you have to keep telling yourself to push more into your forearms. Or maybe hamstrings are just not quite open yet. If it's a lot of work to lengthen those legs, maybe open your legs wider if that feels good. And then exhale, slowly come down, bring your knees out wide, press back into child's pose. Let your forehead rest down onto the mat. Allow yourself to completely surrender. Allow yourself to be present in this child's pose, enjoying the moment of rest. Coming back to a steady cadence of breath. Knowing that sometimes those moments of release and relaxation help build yourself up, are part of the journey. Another 3 breaths. And slowly pull your head up. Draw yourself forward. Bring your knees in. Tuck your toes. Lift up into a shortened down dog. And then walk yourself forward into Uttanasana. Bend your knees as much as you need to rest your ribs down. Plant your hands down on the mat in your forward fold. And if you need to, you can always place hands underneath your block. We're going to work on a little bit of core here. So with your hands down, maybe fingertips down or maybe hands on the block, you're going to start to move the weight a little bit more into the right foot and lift your left foot up. It's just enough so that it can swing. Then move that foot forward, tap your left wrist, bring it back and down. Sway your hips a little bit side to side. Exhale. Move the weight into the left foot. Lift your right leg up so that it can swing freely. And then pull the right foot forward, tap toes to right wrist. Bring it back and set it down. Sway the hips a little bit from side to side. Again, move the weight into the right, lift left foot up, tap, toes to wrist, place the left foot down, move directly onto the left side, lift the right foot up, tap, toe to wrist, and down, move to the left, tap, toe to wrist, down, lift to right, tap, toe to wrist, down. Forward fold, release your head. Inhale, press up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swim your arms all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands together to heart center. Bend your knees, rise up, Utkatasana. So keeping knees bent, weight back in the heel. Move the weight into the right foot. Inhale, press to one leg standing posture. So left knee lifts. Come down, Uttanasana. Press through the left leg, lift the right knee up. One leg, Tadasana, standing pose. Come back down, Uttanasana. Exhale, sit down and back. Hold the pose, gaze forward. Pinkies forward, thumbs back. Inhale. Feel an opening in your upper back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower down just halfway, chaturanga. Pull your chest through, pull onto the tops of your feet, upward facing dog, strong legs. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to move on to a little bit more core and wrist strength. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, come forward and bring your left thigh to your wrists. Pull the knee forward right between the hands. Inhale, push up more through your hands and draw your thigh up in towards your sternum. So your spine is pulling up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, center. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, center. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Whew, that's some work. Take a deep breath in and out. And inhale and exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, thigh to ribs, come forward and drive the knee right between the hands. Inhale, press the thigh up in towards your chest. Feel your spine lift towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, back up to midline. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. This time, bend your knees. Coming into Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, sit down and back. Standing one leg Tadasana, left knee lifts. Press down through the right. And then exhale, back down Utkatasana, chair pose. Press through the left leg, lift the right leg up, one leg standing Tadasana. And exhale, back down, Utkatasana, chair pose. Press through the right leg, lift the left leg up. This time, mirror you with the left leg lifted. Flex that foot back. Bring it across and come down into figure four. Hands together, heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit down and back. Really flex that bottom foot. Yeah, nice adjustments. Inhale. Exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. Inhale, press through straight. Come back into that one leg standing pose. And then left leg down, chair pose. Then up, lift right leg high. Flex the foot. Bring it across. Figure four, hands together to heart center. Inhale. Flex strongly in that right foot. Exhale, sit down. Again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Press through the left leg. Inhale, come back up into standing. And then exhale, plant both feet down. Utkatasana, chair pose. From here, toes out, heels in, come down into Malasana. Gonna move again into crow pose. If you can also practice crane, which in my books is with the arms starting to straighten so that you're not relying on the platform of your triceps, but more in the lift of your belly to keep your knees up. So we'll set up the same way, hands down, shoulder width distance, and a little bit wider. Lift heels up, draw elbows in, lift your hips high, not elbows, but knees in even more. Start to reach your chest forward. Maybe lift one foot, maybe the other. You can work on straightening your arms. Keep pulling your chin forward. Inhale. Exhale. And then release down. Come back into a child's pose. Big toes together. Press hips back. Walk your hands forward. Forehead down. If you want to stretch and open up a little bit more into your upper back, bring palms together into prayer and let your thumbs come back to rest on the nape of your neck. In through the nose and out. And inhale and exhale. feeling all of the good work of the last part of class. How your hips have transformed, the strength in your arms, the muscle memory getting back into crow. And then preparing yourself as you move forward, knowing that even if you don't lift off and your pigeon doesn't exactly fly, that you have set yourself up and done the good work to prepare yourself for this shape. Release your arms if they're folded. Gaze forward, pull yourself up. Tuck your toes, lift up into your shortened down dog. And slowly walk yourself forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Again, find and feel that long, strong spine. And exhale, fold. Arms wide, inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, sit down and back into your chair pose. Press through the right leg, lift the left leg up. And exhale, back down. Press through the left leg, lift the right leg up. And exhale, back down. Press through the right leg, lift the left leg up. Flex that foot, bring it across, figure four. Sit down and back. Inhale. Exhale, sit down and back. Press through the right leg, lift the left leg up. And exhale, down, Utkatasana. Press through the left leg, lift the right leg up. Flex the foot, bring it across, figure four. Inhale. Exhale, down and back. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale. Exhale, down and back. Press through the left leg, lift the right leg up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Press through the right leg, lift the left leg up. And exhale, right into your Utkatasana or your figure four. Foot is flexed. Let's take it next step further. Start to hinge forward. Keep your spine straight. Bring your hands down. Find the mat. Now, if you want to here, you can find a block. Place your hands on that block. And one option is to fold, keeping your figure four. So by keeping the heel up over the knee, so above the kneecap, you're still using the core, you're drawing your hips up and in, finding a hip opening. If you'd like to take it further, start to bend your right knee and now swing the left foot to the outside of your tricep. Your triceps are still going to do the good work here of acting like a shelf. Plant your hands down. Set your left shin across your triceps. Start to rock forward. Heel toe that right foot back. Reach your chest forward. You can stay here. Keep reaching your chest forward. Feel that back leg getting a little bit lighter. Maybe start to just pull the heel in towards your glutes. You pull the heel in, and you can take some breaths and pause and want to go further. Press that left shin more into your hands. Straighten the right leg. And then we'll slowly come out. Foot down. Let the left leg slip and slide back down. Take a wide leg, Uttanasana, forward fold. Sway your hips out. Let your arms dangle. Maybe massage those triceps. We may have bruises there tomorrow. Do not be concerned. Tell everybody you were doing flying pigeon. Hands down, feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift halfway. Again, feel that strong straight spine. And exhale, fold. Arms wide. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down into Utkatasana. Lift your arms up. Press down through the left foot. Lift the right leg. Flex the foot. Come down into your figure four. Hands down into heart center. Inhale, chest. Pull your shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold. Keep that right foot flexed. Fingertips find the mat. Curl your right toes around your left tricep. Fingertips come down. Option to straighten the leg. Keeping the ankle above the left knee. If you want to come down, start to bend the left knee more. You can plant your hands down. Left heel lifts. Set your tricep or set your right shin across your triceps. Right away, start to reach your chin as far forward, just like that half lift. And then work on maybe just heel to butt. If you can find some hang time and want a little bit more, press through that right shin, lengthen the left leg. When you're done, come down this time. Bring your knees down to the mat. Lots of good work there. With knees down, you're going to bring the left knee in towards middle. Take the right leg, extend it back, and then stack it behind the left knee. Open your feet out wide for Gomukhasana or seated cow's face. Now, I like to have a block or something to sit on, which I don't really have. That's okay. Ooh, there's some kind of rug. So if you have a block, you can use that. I'm going to use this rag rug. So much nicer. So pull that in, and then as you push your hips back, come to seated. You want to move the weight back enough that you can feel both of your hip points root down. Move your hands onto your feet. See if you can get big toes all the way across to pinky toe down on the mat. Sit up tall and wide. And always bring your hands then back to support you on either side of your hip. Let yourself feel come down from that apex. So even if you didn't get the balance on your hands, feeling all of the work that led up to, and even all of that juicy stretch in the apex. Notice the ease in which you can set yourself into this pose now and take deeper, longer breaths. Savoring the stillness in this stretch. And slowly come forward, walking hands forward, knees coming down. And then unwind your legs. Bring the right knee in towards center, right shin across. Left knee behind it, left shin across. So your feet should come out even off the mat. Position that block or blanket if you're using one. Ease yourself back. Hips coming down onto your prop or onto your mat. Ooh, each side can be different. Use your hands to work the top of your feet more flat down onto the mat. And then sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Noticing how the side may be different. If maybe the side was a little bit easier or harder, moving your way towards Ekapada Galavasana. Just finding the simple rinse and repeat of the breath cycle. Feeling the breath wash over your body, the calmness and the ease that start to come in. And then slowly folding forward, coming back, forward, unstacking your legs. Move your prop out to the side. Swing your feet around. And then slowly guide yourself down onto the mat. Let your feet open up wide, toes drop out to the side. And either let your hands drop out too, or bend at the elbows and place both palms face down on either side of your hip. Feel your whole spine supported beneath you on the mat. And reflecting back on the last 60 minutes, notice if you were able to find moments where instead of projecting into the future towards that apex posture, you got more swept up in the current posture and how that felt in your body. You're able to let go of the anticipation and instead find yourself luxuriating in the journey in each step, knowing that it would slowly build, that it would set you up to find the most strength and ease in that final position. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And pull both knees up into your chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. And roll to one side that you feel most supported on. Gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. You also go back into Baddha Konasana if you feel like your hips are just amazingly open. Bring hands together to heart center. Inhale, draw them up to third eye center. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.